been a while. I think the last time Miami.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. And I remember asking you, where'd your confidence come from? And you said you've always had it. But at what point do you go, Dad, I think I've got confidence. Or, Mom, I've got confidence here.
It grows throughout the years. When you're in high school and middle school, you're pretty confident, and then you get to college and you're not quite as confident for a couple years, and then you get some confidence back, and then you get to the NFL and maybe you lose some more confidence, and then it continues to grow, the more you play in that particular structure of football.
But who do you talk to when you have that, I don't even know if I know how to play this game, or you have that bad game, who picks you up?
I've always been very blessed with the people around me being very, calm, wise, and smart. So I've had great friends, coaches, family, parents, my entire life. So I've always had people to lean on in those hard moments, I would say.
But when it doesn't work out at Ohio State, do you doubt yourself? Or how much do you doubt yourself?
Yeah, 100% you doubt yourself. You don't, I didn't play for 3 years, and it wasn't because I was hurt. That wasn't a great feeling. I was working very hard and improving every single week, and just never put it all together there. And so I had, my dad and both of my brothers played college ball, so I was able to talk to them about it, lean on them about their experiences and learning from them, and was able to graduate early and get out of there so I could go and play some football.
Did you ever think about playing at Ohio University?
I did, yeah, I did. If I had gone there, I probably would have played both football and basketball. I was thinking about doing that. Ohio State was really kind of one of my only, Power 5 big time school offers. And if I didn't have one of those, I probably just would have stayed at OU and played both.
NIL is pretty crazy now.
Yeah.
You probably would have left earlier, I'm guessing, at Ohio State with NIL transfer portal?
Yeah.
Certainly the transfer portal.
Yeah, I probably would have transferred much earlier than I did, but I had to graduate to go and play at the time. The transfer portal wasn't a thing when I think it became a thing the next year after I transferred, but I still think you had to sit out a year.
Seems like yours was the first guy to take advantage of NIL when, Quinn goes there. I don't even think he left during his senior year in high school.
Yeah.
Went to Ohio State, started making money there. He's sort of the poster child of NIL.
Yeah, you should take advantage of. If you're going to be able to make 7 figures in college, you got to go and take advantage of that. If you're in high school and you're getting offered that, go wherever they're paying you the most.
The reason why the Bengals didn't make the playoffs is?
We just didn't make plays down the stretch in some of these games. We had a lot of these games won or they were tight, and we had the lead in the fourth quarter, and we just weren't able to close it out for a multitude of reasons. We had some bad luck, too. That's part of life in the NFL. Some years you have good luck, some years you have bad. We had pretty bad luck, but we had the opportunity to close out some games that we didn't.
Take me back to week 2 against the Chiefs.
We played pretty well in that game.
What about the pass interference call?
Everybody's bringing that one up this week.
Well, because the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl and everybody thinks they get favorable calls.
Yeah.
You had a good vantage point there.
If I was the quarterback of that offense, I would have been frustrated if we didn't get that pass interference call, I would say.
So if you're Mahomes, you would have been upset if you didn't get that
100%.
Yeah. Even if it was in Cincinnati and not Kansas City.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
It was close in that moment. If that was in the second quarter, it's pass interference 9 times out of 10. In that moment, it's probably a 50-50 coin toss, but I don't blame them for that one.
Okay. Do you think Kansas City gets favorable treatment?
Everybody does. It just depends on the game.
You get favorable treatment.
I wouldn't say that.
Wait a minute. You said everybody does.
Well, some games you get some calls, some games you don't. That's how it goes.
But, if I would have said your numbers, you got the receiving triple crown and you got the sack leader. It's almost impossible not make the playoffs if you have those numbers there.
It's definitely strange. Definitely a strange year.
And when you lost to New England, I said on that Monday, that's going to come back and haunt you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry to bum you out.
Yeah, you guys have been really happy over here today.
Well, there's the career at LSU. You did great there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time you've been back to Baton Rouge?
I try to get back there once a year. Usually I have some kind of event at the spring game. I didn't make it last year, but the year before I did.
What do people say when they see you here in New Orleans?
They get excited. Everybody's always very appreciative of the things that we did while we were here. The last time I was in New Orleans was for the national championship, so that brings back some good memories.
Yeah. Now I'll bum you out again. You played the Eagles, and they roughed you up as well. How often do you stare over the line of scrimmage and you see Jalen? You want to make sure you know where Jalen Carter is.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of guys up front that can make your life tough, but in our division we play a lot of those guys, so it feels like every single week we're playing a Myles Garrett or a TJ Watt or a Jalen Carter or Cam Hayward, so I think that's just life in the NFL.
But who makes you a little more, I don't want to say nervous, but a little more aware of where he is when you go to the line of scrimmage? Is there one player that stands out more than anybody else?
Chris Jones, because there's not a lot of guys. After Aaron Donald retired, there's not a ton of interior guys that can cause as much disruption as he can. And he's fast, he's athletic, he gets back there fast. They move him all around. They play him at end, they play him inside, they play him left, right. He just kind of depends on what offensive lineman he wants to rush against.
Who had a better defense, the Eagles or the Chiefs?
Well, that's tough to say. I would say they were both difficult to go against. The Chiefs are always, on third down, they're always tough. Their defensive coordinator is so good, and you never really know where the pressure is coming from.
But explain that, though. You know something's happening. You go to the line of scrimmage, and you're trying to figure out what it is and where is it coming from.
Yeah, they'll put two guys up there, and then in the line of scrimmage, they'll have a linebacker either in the A gap or the B gap, and then another linebacker in the other B gap, and then they could bring the corner and that linebacker to the right, or they could bring the nickel and that linebacker to the left. And you kind of just have to guess and feel their demeanor and see if you think they're gonna bail, if you think they're gonna come, because they could bring it both sides.
Okay, what is the tell? Like you're looking for somebody if they're leaning a little bit, or
weight on a foot, eyes, communication. A lot of times can give it away, but I would say they make it the hardest.
Take me to the line of scrimmage. You're going to change the play. So you're there. You see the defense, and then now you're going to go. Okay, this is what I think. You have two plays when you go to the line of scrimmage?
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Usually on third down you do, because you have tendencies based on the down and distance.
Give me a real audible.
I'll give you a shorter one. Trips right, 18 straight, can 19 wash.
So you're just going to throw it up to Jamar Chase?
That was a run play. But I could always just go easy.